And welcome back to the North Broward Preparatory School here in Coconut Creek, Florida. Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Eagles. Ben Curtis is off finding a bathroom, so I'm on my own. Logan Clyde's the batter, and he looks at the first one low. 1-0. Clyde's walk-up song is a Disturbed song called Inside the Fire, looking to light a fire underneath North Broward as they're now down 5-4 in the bottom of the fifth. As Kleintop kicks and delivers. Looks like that's going to be called a strike. Unless I was misreading the umpire's call. That's also entirely possible. I have glasses. I'm not known for my eyesight. I'm going to wait to call that foul that went down the third base line until I get the hand signals from the umpire. It is 2-1. This is why I do play-by-play and PA and not scoreboard as well. However, as I'm the only one here at the booth right now, I have to. Do what you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. The game. And the name of the game for Clyde is now on left field. Can't get under it. Does the left fielder. And he's going to have himself a nice single. So as I said, Clyde looking to light a fire underneath Broward, trying to get some more runs on the board. Speaking of fires, using his fire segue twice now. I was in Sarasota this weekend visiting some family. I was driving back down Alligator Alley, back to this coast. I actually, as Ogozali bunts and it goes foul, actually drove through a forest fire. Believe it or not, it was a little bit scary, actually, all the smoke billowing from the tree line, fire right next to the highway. It's quite perilous. Saw trees on fire, just doesn't look right. You know, it's unnatural. Pickoff attempt is unsuccessful. And you know, I also felt a little bad because, you know, I've heard all my life only you can prevent forest fires, but I don't know what I could have done to prevent that, to be completely honest. So in that, I felt a little bit guilty. Ograzali's the batter. Hits that one in the gap between the first and second baseman. The courtesy runner's going to hold up at second, and that's going to bring up Chase McBean. Runners on first and second now.
Now batting, number 2, Chase McBean.
Exactly where North Broward wants to be. Getting 2 hits quickly on the board. After all, comeback is the goal here. Chase McBean batting .360 on the year so far. No home runs, but 9 RBIs, which leads the team. His batting average of .360 is second for the team. Looks to lay down a bunt, decides against it. I just realized I haven't been updating the scoreboard this entire time. So it's 1-0. As I said, this is why I stick to PA and play-by-play, and usually don't do scoreboard as well. Goes to lay down the bunt. This time it's foul. So it's going to be 1-1. McBean is a sophomore, wearing number 2. Raul Kennard is going to be due up. Interesting fact about how this works in FHSAA is that if you do not have a designated hitter and the pitcher bats, decides against bunting but gets the strike anyway, 1-2, is that if the pitcher is taken out but bats for himself, the pitcher will remain in the game as a designated hitter. So Kennard will still be on deck. Looks at the runner on second, the 1-2. A pitch out, for lack of a better term. So it's 2-2 now. Wants to make sure that the courtesy runner, who I believe is number 25, Jacob Gordon, will not be taking off, as much as I'm sure he'd like to.
taking a decent lead, not too big. Runner on first taking a massive lead. Swing and a miss. And McBean goes down, bringing up Kennard.
Now batting, number 12, Raul Kennard.
Kennard, as I've mentioned throughout this season, I'm very jealous of his ability to grow facial hair. Still one thing he has on me. Tried growing a goatee for 9 months. All I could manage was the wispiest resemblance of a goatee. Breaking ball in for a ball. Kennard is batting .357 with 3 RBIs. Before this game, anyway. We're not good enough at math to be able to make these calculations on the fly. Finds that one high as well. 2-0 now. Once again, 2 runners on, 1 out. Not sure of the pitch count for the Bobcats hurler Aaron Kleintop, but I have to imagine it has to be pretty high right now. Here's the pitch. It's high, 3-0 now. Kennard's going to look to get back into the box. Kennard, a threat for North Broward in the box or on the mound. Looks at the runner, hurls. Finds a strike in the dirt. The audience is not happy with that call. Frankly, I disagree as well. Looked a little too low. But remember, it's about where the ball crosses the plate, not where it ends up. So it must have been right at the knees when it crossed home plate. Kleintop looks at the runner. The 3-1 is inside. Kennard's going to walk. And that'll bring up Jared Hellman.
Stepping up to bat, number 22, Jared Hellman.
There's going to be a mound visit now. The bases will be loaded for North Broward when we return. And you know what, we're going to return because now that I think about it, or actually I take that back. I was going to say I don't know how long this mound visit is going to last. I don't know, since I'm on my own, if I'm going to have enough to be able to say to get us through the mound visit. But the answer is yes, because the mound visit is ending right now, and Jared Hellman will be getting up very soon. Runners return back to the base paths. Still 5-4, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out. Jared Hellman is up, and he looks to make a difference in this game. Kurt Bernard is going to be taking the place of Zeke Peretz. And Hellman's going to foul that one off. Got to make a small lineup change on my card. I am doing everything right now. And I mean everything. There's a pitch. Swing and a miss, fooled with the breaking ball. Kleintop's curveball has been doing him pretty well so far this game. Hellman's ability to work under pressure hasn't really been tested much this season. At least I don't have a statistical analysis of that as he looks at that one. 1-2 now. Let's have a statistical representation of exactly how clutch he is. But he's got 1-2 now. Bases loaded, and here's the pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. Bobbles a little bit, but the catcher is able to pick it up. Keeps it from getting away from him, so no runners are going to go anywhere. It's difficult to advance on a wild pitch anyway when you have bases loaded, as that involves the runner on third going home, and, well, that's difficult when the ball gets away from the catcher. The 2-2. Outside. Full count now to Jared Hellman. 1 out, bases loaded, looking to make a difference. Welcome back, Ben Curtis.
Thank you. Always good to be back.
Thank you for helping me. I've been doing everything. And Hellman looking to do everything, but it just gets some slice and goes foul. Slice is when it goes to the right in golf, right? Hook is when it goes to the left?
Well, it's actually not about right and left. It's about where you are as a righty or lefty. So as a righty, it went away from him. So that's a slice, yes.
What do you know? I'm right.
Handed, which means it's a slice.
True. I have not played golf in a few years.
I try to play every once in a while. I'm not all that good.
Hellman hits one on the ground to the shortstop, just looking at the runner on first. So now this game is all tied. Kurt Bernard is going to step up for North Broward.
Oops.
Bernard taking the place of Zeke Parrots. Guess his night's done.
So 34 in for 44.
So now there's a runner on second and third, 2 outs, but the game's all tied up.
What a finish we have boiling down for you, Sam.
We only have 2 innings left after this. And they're going to be good ones based on this metric.
All tied up, both teams needing a out-of-district win to boost that overall ranking. We got a good one for you at North Broward.
Brand new sound effect, by the way. Just made this afternoon.
Wonderful. I'm impressed. Constantly impressed by you, Sam.
Thank you. Excellent 2-strike hitting by Jared Hellman. I'll get to the trivia question I wanted to earlier now. As that one is low in the dirt, 1-0.
Do I know this trivia question?
You may not.
Oh, we did not discuss it beforehand, folks.
Not. Now, who in the major leagues has the best batting average with 2 strikes in history?
In history? Over the course of their entire career?
Since it's been measured, yes.
Whew, that's a good one. Am I allowed to guess?
You are, as Bernard swings and misses 1-1.
Well, my initial thought, and don't tell me if I'm right, of course, my initial thought are to go with really fundamental hitters, and the first one that comes to mind is Ichiro, but that's not my official guess.
That would be incorrect.
That's good, that's not my official guess.
That one is hit on the ground. Of course, it's been a few years since I looked up the statistics, so it could be wrong by now, but at least the last time I saw this.
Well, let's see. No, I'm going to think about this for a while. At least give me the half inning, the next half inning.
I'll give you the half inning.
Huh.
We're reading this in a Sports Illustrated from a few years back.
Well, the fact
steps off the mound.
The fact that it sticks in your head makes me want to think it was a Met.
It was not a Met.
Okay.
It was a player I have enjoyed, though, but he was never on the Mets.
So Ty Cobb is out.
2-2 now. Yes, Ty Cobb is out.
Okay.
You want me to give you hints?
So you had no. All right, you've given me hints enough. You have seen him, and he's not a Met.
That's correct.
All right, let me work on this for a little while. I will have this for you.
Bernard makes contact, a little bloop to first base, and he's going to get under it. That's the end of the 5th. North Broward ties it up 5 apiece. We will be right back with the 6th inning in this dramatic game.